So the iPhone 15 doesn't excite. It's not going to excite me because again, the 14 didn't and the 13 didn't too. I believe they are just like refining their phones. I don't think they're going to do anything drastic.
This is basically a MacBook, but
Stop the gap.
Apple would not make a touchscreen MacBook. Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth episode of the First Draft podcast, where we talk about tech and everything else. And with me, I have two special guests today. Let them introduce themselves. How are you guys doing?
So my name is Coinsola Shinobi, or KJOS, tech content creator myself.
And I'm Eric Okafor, your favorite guest on the show. You know.
Oh yeah, this is your second time here.
This is Eric's second appearance, so yeah, nice.
You're not that special.
What does KJOS mean? Coinsola.
You know what's so
J
funny?
or
I can.
Oshun-
See, here's the thing. I cannot tell you the J. That's never gonna happen.
I see.
Only a
Is
few
the-
people in this world.
Is the K in MKB?
No, it's not. No. Let's not do that, please. It's Coinsola. Yes, K is for Coinsola. OS is my last name, or Shinobi. It can also be a double entendre for
operating
system, that kind of thing. That J, yeah. If I tell you the story, it's the most embarrassing story. I only told that story at my brother's wedding, and that's because it was inspired by him. But I'm never telling that story to anybody. Even if I reach 1 million subs.
If you need to know the
look on
J,
me.
just hack the wedding files.
Oh yeah,
We need to
actually,
find
if
it.
you actually see the video, you would know. But
Yeah, we're going to find it.
that's
So
so.
we'll find it now. Coinsola, she's the lead detective. Oh wow, we have another. We have another Coinsola. By the way,
It's very jarring that her name too is Coinsola.
it's good. It's all good. So let's jump right into it. We have a couple of topics here. Actually, a few, very few, but mainly we're going to be talking about the Apple stuff.
Let's go.
On the 12th of September, Apple will be releasing something. We don't know what it is. Or some things.
Yeah.
The tagline is Wanderlust. How are you feeling? Are you excited or indifferent? And what do you expect from?
I don't expect much, actually. If you can go back since the iPhone 10, 11, if you can go all the way back, there hasn't been any bit of design change or anything. Or you can talk about the dynamic island. Yeah, sure. So the iPhone 15 doesn't excite. It's not going to excite me because, again, the 14 didn't and the 13 didn't too. I believe they are just like refining their phones. I don't think they're going to do anything drastic. I don't think anybody's going to do anything drastic, from Samsung to the Pixel to whatever. They can have like what they think they're doing now is just reducing the bezels on each phone. And I think that's just what they're going to do for the 15 or 15 Pro. There's rumors that there's going to be a Pro Max and an Ultra. Whether Ultra will be like a 2 terabyte, I don't know why I would want to buy one. Again, maybe filmmakers maybe would love that kind of thing. But I'm not excited for it. I will buy it though, because what does Valo say? The iPhone we will still buy. I will still buy it though to just test it out and see. Because usually when I want to review phones, I actually buy it with the intention to keep. And if I don't like it, then I'll just go back to my 14 Pro that I currently have here. So I don't know if Eric has something else.
Okay, so I'm excited for a few things, and generally I try to stay excited about flagship phones because they are starting to become the least exciting, and just because when you pay a lot of money, you don't really get that much value compared to what you paid a lot of money for the previous year. But this year I'm excited to show that what that 6 times telephoto, the 6 times optical zoom does with the new telephoto lens compared to what Samsung has to offer. I know that like in the past we've done a lot of controversial videos showing the difference between video zoom and picture zoom, and I would like to see how much of how much traffic I could get from the videos.
Eric is always content first.
So something else I'm excited for is faster charging. I think Samsung and Apple have agreed that their flagships don't deserve the fastest of charging compared to other flagships out there. But this year, I think we're getting faster charging on the iPhone, which iPhone users probably make so much noise about, but it's not really a big deal. It's just 35 watt fast charging. I like that the mute button is going away for I feel like this is
It's
just
just
like
rumors for now, though. We don't really know.
Okay, so rumors. So we're talking about rumors, guys. So don't take my word for it, because with Apple always throws in curveballs during their launches, from the name to some of the specs. They don't just show up the way that you expect them to. But I am hopeful for that telephoto lens, because Apple always focuses on the camera. So I think that one might have a bit of truth to it. Yeah. Battery life, Apple has been leading for years now.
Yes, you can argue that one, sharp, but
Apple has been leading for years in terms of flagships, because other than like all those mid-range phones that have like 7,000 mAh battery, Apple has been leading in every single. And to be honest, a lot of people have complained.
I didn't say anything wrong.
A lot of people have
I don't know
complained
any phone that
about.
has the 7,000
I don't
battery.
know what phone does that. I don't know.
Let's move on from the.
Should we mention
No,
names?
sorry. You actually also mentioned something that you mentioned price. Yeah, apparently the new iPhone 15 Pro is going to be more expensive than last year.
But still a rumor too.
And the problem I have I've always had this problem, by the way, with phones, like the more expensive they get, the unboxing experience
Is
gets
worse.
considerably worse, right? You look at the 14 Pro, even the Fold 5, right? It's just phone, cord, pamphlet, button. That's it, right?
SIM ejector too.
SIM ejector 2, and that's it. But
Plastic.
I believe that if you're spending 1,500, 2,000 on a phone, you should get like a premium thing. Why isn't, and again, I've said it many times in videos, why isn't the charging brick in the boxes anymore? If you're spending an amount of money, why isn't there? You
The environment.
Come on, for the environment, but look at the box. They send it in. If you order from Amazon, for example, Amazon sends this big box. So what exactly are they trying to tell me that about environment? I don't know. Brazil made Apple cave and they started putting things in boxes again. I don't know why nobody else is trying to do that. I don't know why, but that's just me.
Yeah. What I'm not excited for is the USB Type-C, because I feel like that
Not excited for.
Yeah, because
Why?
it's the first set of people who sort of adopt USB Type-C coming from the Lightning cable are going to suffer if they have to buy a new cable. I have been using the same one from the iPhone 11 Pro, which was 2019, and it's been good. I'm even happy that not even a bit of it has ripped off, so the quality is very good. So to have to give that up is like,
I mean, they more or less were compelled to do it, Sha.
yeah.
It's not like they
I mean,
went out of their
I can
way.
see why it had to be done, but I'm not excited for that per se. Yeah.
I mean, for someone like, I don't want to speak for him, but someone like me, USB-C, I'm good. One cable to connect everything around me. I don't have to carry much. I'm good. Get the MacBook 65-watt charger and the long cable. That's all you need.
There's also the rumors that there will be a new Series 9 Apple Watch, Gen 2 Apple Watch Ultra maybe, and new AirPods, and the AirPods case. Is there an AirPods case with the Type-C?
No, still Lightning cable.
Still Lightning, so
Still Lightning cable.
probably that can also come.
So I'm not AirPods' biggest fan at all. I don't like them. They really don't stay in my ear. So I don't really buy them, but I'm pretty sure people do. Like, shout out to people that use them. In terms of like the Apple Watch.
How do you not use AirPods?
That's a very good question. So I'm a headphones kind of guy everywhere I go. But when I'm going for runs, when I'm going to the gym, I have my 2021, is it 2021 Samsung Buds Pro. Till this day, I believe, and I'm saying it on camera. I'm saying it on camera. That is the best pair of earphones that I have used till this day.
Samsung Buds.
The first ever Buds Pro they
first
released.
one.
The first ever one. No issues till this day. ANC is still great. Sound quality is still great. Stays in my ear, doesn't pop out. I don't see the need to change. I used the AirPods 2 because my girlfriend has one. I said, all right, cool, let me use this. Let me just even try it out. And kept falling off over and over again. ANC was great, but it wasn't for me at all.
I honestly do not believe people when they say their AirPods don't fall out, because there is no single
I've
AirPod
never
I've
had
tried.
my AirPod fall out.
Really?
Yeah, it's different for everyone.
Probably
So my
just-
ear is loose.
Probably.
It's just different for everyone. People swear by, like, Cypher, for example, said, oh, Buds Pro, he can't use it, it falls out. It's just different for everybody.
Interesting.
For the
For the Type-C on the charging case for the AirPods, do you think it would be possible, like Type-C on the case? Could that be the case?
You think you're funny, yeah. You think you're Kevin Hart, Abby. This guy. Would that be the case? USB-C, like I said, USB-C on everything works just superbly well. I don't know why Eric is different. USB-C from the iPad to your phone to your AirPods to your laptop to your camera. Yeah, I mean, again, if you charge it with that.
But I feel like the best part about it is when you're using the new iPhone and then your battery is low and you want to charge and someone says, I have an iPhone charger. You're like, no, this is the 15.
Subtle flex.
Classic.
A little subtle flex.
It's like he made a video that the next when new people get their new iPhones, they're like, oh, you have the one with lightning. No,
It's like, we're not the same.
You still have the notch on your. No!
Wow, no.
But you trust Nigerian. You know that's going to happen.
But we buy our phones at once. Like, I don't know how we have been doing this.
What you mean, like outright buy?
We don't. Yeah. Yes, we just buy. Bam.
It's our way of life. That's why people say, oh, when I travel, I'm going to buy my house straight. I'm going to do any mortgage. I'm just like, why?
So unwise.
There's so much advantage with paying little by little.
But yeah, and I know in America, abroad America for one, Apple has the part payment with 0% interest rate, which is if you use the
Apple card,
which makes a lot of sense for a lot of people.
No, they are losing now. The bank is already complaining.
Of course, now they would subside on their side.
200 billion in cash.
$1 trillion.
No, billion cash. It's worth over $1 trillion or 2 trillion.
Yeah, they're about, and they have a lot of money. It's like what's the name? Amazon. No, let's use Twitter for example. I don't know if we're going to do that, but Twitter is doing the whole payout thing for creators. Elon Musk is not making any money from Twitter, so I think it's from his pocket itself.
Really? Not advertisers? It's saying
so what I've read, again, I might be wrong or nobody should quote me, but I know he will complain that advertisers aren't really coming on the platform itself. According to reports, he hasn't made his money back, which I don't think he will. 44 billion, I don't think he will. So my point is companies like Apple, Amazon too does the same thing. You can return stuff because they bear the cost.
It's a strategy called loss leader.
So there you go.
They take the losses first because they want
Xiaomi did that too when they were entering
in the market.
They did it for a long time. Exactly. Xiaomi was like, dude, we're doing the most.
Do you use an Apple Watch?
No, I use the Pixel Watch. Shout out to Google for sending this through.
Team Pixel.
Yeah.
Never used.
I'm allergic to.
Oh yeah, that's
materials.
You're allergic to metal. Yeah. I have used one. Well, I used one. I used the. Is this 7? That's the current one. I used the 8. I used it before I gave it to. I don't think I gave it out or I returned it back. It was good, but it was not for me again because I feel it doesn't track my workouts the way I want it to be. So I use a Pixel Watch because it has Fitbits, and Fitbit is known for their accuracy. Yeah. That's why I use this. The Ultra, on the other hand, I know we were talking about supposed to talk about the Ultra.
Yeah,
I think it is a colossal waste of money. If you don't do that skydiving thing they do, you're not really a mountain climber. Unless again you only bought it because the battery will last you a full week.
How else do people know that you have like $900?
It's a huge watch. It's so big and it has like the orange dial, so I guess that differentiates it, which apparently is going to come to the iPhone. So yeah, I don't know. When the first day I saw it, I'm like, how will this sell? But apparently it's doing exceptionally well for Apple anyway.
There is also the possibility of a new iPad. I don't know. I when I got this guy, from my little experience with it, like you still need to watch movies.
You used to watch movies.
No, whenever I'm like on the plane, I use it to.
That's it.
To watch stuff, or like if I'm just like randomly somewhere, and I can't use my laptop.
Do you really like watching movies that much?
Yeah, like
I love.
That's interesting.
Not movies essentially. Like I can watch documentaries, but I like old movies.
My issue with the iPad is the M2 chip is obviously very powerful. Correct?
It can do DaVinci.
It can do DaVinci, yeah, but I think they just even put Final Cut. But Final Cut apparently is trash on the iPad, according to people that have used it
I've
close to me.
I've seen some reviews.
Yeah, something like it's
that,
not
but
optimized. It's slow. The export time is so and so. I don't know. People say the iPad can replace the computer. I think it's not possible.
I think it can.
I have a different opinion.
I think from my own
drastically.
experience using it, I think I think I can use this without my laptop
If you
unless it comes to video editing.
there we go. That's that for someone like me. I cannot use an iPad. It's impossible.
Because I don't know how to use Final Cut. And DaVinci, I cannot edit. Like the only thing is color grading. I cannot edit. So this is not really useful for me for editing. But it just felt why not just get the best?
The best of the best.
one
The crazy,
at the-
crazy part is that every time I get any tablet, the Pixel tablet, the iPad, all I use it for is for one thing: watch movies in bed. I swear, that's all I use it for. And listen to music.
It's very good for that.
That's it. I don't use it for anything more. Writing scripts. Yeah, if I was
And also writing.
really,
Yeah, it's good for it.
I tried with
This is basically a MacBook. But
stop the gap.
Apple would not make a touchscreen MacBook to
And they're
kill
never going to
the
do it.
iPad
They
market.
won't do that.
I don't like the keyboard.
Yeah, I don't.
It doesn't look satisfying.
you
It
don't
is not
like-
satisfying.
this keyboard-
Is this from Apple? Or
And
Do you
then when I
like
typed on
do
it,
you
I
like
didn't
the
like
regular
it.
MacBook keyboard?
Yes.
This is the regular MacBook.
No.
No,
Trust me.
from the M1, M2 Pro, Kinikon. No.
If you look
It's
at
not
it,
the
it
same.
looks like you don't
First
like
of all,
it. But when you use
the
it,
trackpad
the only
is so
thing
tiny.
is this.
Exactly.
Yes, that's
so
the only
I can't.
thing you
Yeah.
can complain
This
about.
looks like the 2018 MacBook era, the colorful one that was rose gold. That's what this looks
No,
like.
the keys are similar. The same feeling, the same travel. It feels the same.
But is it backlit?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Okay.
Why wouldn't there was a war.
It's like what, $200, $300,
I do.
and it's so separately. So
Yeah, so separately.
And it's not pretty too. I don't like the design.
this guy,
It is.
it's functional. That is what it is meant for.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
And it looks like an iPhone 11 that's like high calorie or something.
What? What?
Because of the two cameras. Basically, yeah, this stuff is so thin and slim, like the way it is. I don't know how they are going to, even if they improve on this, the iPad or whatever, I don't think it's going to change the battery life too much.
What's the battery life on this now? Do you know the number?
So I don't know the battery life on the iPad, but I know it doesn't when all the bells and whistles are turned on. So like when Wi-Fi is on, Bluetooth,
Brightness, everything.
on the bright, and it's always on the brightest. It doesn't last that long.
So what would you say? How many hours would you say it lasts?
It's not that long. Sha. I can't quantify the hours. I don't know exactly.
And this is
But it doesn't last very long.
and this is what's supposed to replace laptop.
I still think that it is as good as a laptop.
So a MacBook Air now gives me more than 12 hours of battery life, more than that. So.
As in using it
Using it.
with media
Yeah.
and music
Yeah.
and Wi-Fi and everything.
Yes.
Wait, do you have an M1 Pro?
We have M1 Pro.
Yeah, M1 Pro kind of lasts.
Yeah,
forever.
and this is even M1 Pro. I'm talking about a 2020 MacBook Air M1. That's what I use daily, and it lasts me.
I just think it's the form factor. I feel like maybe they couldn't just fit a
Bigger battery.
large battery.
Would you say
Let me give context. I brought this stuff upstairs. I charged it to around 40 something percent. When we ended the first part of this conversation, it was at 15.
And that was just like roughly an hour and a half thereabout.
For something minutes.
Yeah, that's actually not. That's actually.
So I'm getting like
That's
two things.
abysmal,
Like it's
actually.
not very pretty.
So
It's not very bright. What did you say? Why is the brightness always turned up to the max?
I'm multitasking right now. I have like multiple tabs open on Safari on one side, notes on one side, and I'm switching screens.
Would it be?
I also have everything.
Could you say the battery is bad because the heating too? I know
It could
there's
also
no fan.
maybe be
There's no fan on this thing.
No.
Obviously. So it could be a thing where the back of the thing is getting hot, but as it's getting hot, you're still using it, so it's using more battery. That kind of thing could be.
It could be. Maybe you're meant to use this contraption with the keyboard while charging it. There's a charging port around
Oh
here.
yeah, you are meant to.
Maybe you are meant to use it together with charging.
I don't know, Sha. I'm not.
Although I
But
haven't,
you set the
I
brightness to
haven't-
the max
Yeah,
all the time.
That's how it
Yes.
should be used.
I have a paper-like screen protector on it that is supposed to help make it when I'm
Writing
drawing on
feels
it,
like
feel like
you're
paper. That dims the screen in a way and mutes the colors as well. So I have to increase the brightness to compensate.
Yeah, because that's definitely not normal for any device even.
So maybe
Sorry,
if I'm using the tablet alone, it might.
Yeah, it's not normal to use the max
Then
brightness.
I'm clearly not a
all the
normal
time.
person, I swear, because all my devices, my brightness is on 100%.
No, but you said your eyes don't work properly, so you need the brightness.
Wow. Oh, because you're wearing glasses now, you think you're good.
No, but I understand.
Is it recommended?
No.
Is
but
it recommended?
it's not recommended.
Uton.
No, I understand the behaviors of people who like are visually impaired. They increase their brightness.
I
to-
am not. Are you high? What? What is your problem? This guy. I'm not. Come, don't cut out this part. This must be held because this boy is mad. I am not visually impaired. Look, it's a thing of why should my brightness be, unless it's like the S23 Ultra where brightness is ridiculously high, right? Why should my brightness be half? I just don't know why.
That's interesting.
That's just me, Sha. If you see another snarky comment, this guy, if you talk again, just do your deal.
I didn't know. I didn't. So you see, when
Oh,
you
here
said
we go.
something about your eyes, I didn't know.
I didn't even talk
were
about
just-
my eye. I swear. What did I say?
You said you couldn't see properly.
His tablet was like this. I said I cannot see it from here now. Hey, oh my God! Please, God in heaven, who is this guy? Nah, man. I'm just going to ignore you. I beg. All I said was I can't see his iPad because it's tilted in a different direction. Eric has turned it on visually. It's you that are visually impaired. Really, come out for here. Anyway, back to the conversation.
So the other thing I wanted to talk about was there was one day I was using the AirPods randomly. I think on the iOS 17 beta, and someone was talking to me, and I was listening to music, but the volume reduced automatically for the person's voice to come in, and then when the person was finished,
It went back up.
it went back up. So that's something that is coming to iOS 17. There's adaptive audio, personalized volume controls.
Yeah.
You can mute and unmute yourself by just tapping on AirPods, and a lot of other interesting features on.
I mean, technically, the Sony XM5 can do that too, but I'm not comparing. I'm just saying, I'm just saying no.
But I thought it was nice. The fact that I randomly stumbled upon the feature and immediately, I think I made a tweet about it. Immediately, I thought it was
I remember that tweet. Yeah.
wow, this is quite good. Like, it's very cool.
I mean, you guys that have AirPods will love it though. I mean, by the way, have you ever used the spatial audio thing? Ever?
I used it like 3 times in total. And,
Gimmick, yeah?
and it's almost as if sometimes Apple just puts the feature on
By itself.
and then I just have to scramble to turn it off because one side of my ear has the music
And the other
and
side.
then the other side is empty.
Never tried it. I tried doing, when you do spatial, you have to set it up and it was taking too long, so I just turned it off.
But the good thing is you can. What spatial audio is good for is you can move your head
And it moves with you.
and the music stays. You can choose that the music stays in 2 points. So when you move your head, the music is still there,
Yeah.
or the music moves with your head.
And you've only used it 3 times.
And it seems cool, but
It's not for
I
you.
don't-
It's not.
yeah,
It's
it's
not
not-
an
it's not-
everyday thing, I guess.
it's not an everyday thing. Like, I just want to listen to my music and
Fair
and
enough.
have fun.
Fair enough.
That's all. All right. I think we've kind of exhausted the iPhone stuff, but there was something Misteki and Uge said in the previous podcast that smartphones have sort of peaked
Oh yeah.
or are becoming boring. What do you guys think?
Eric,
Very
you wanna go
true.
first or?
Very true. I think, I mean, they've peaked in the general sense of the word, but we would probably still see like something game-changing, disruptive in the future. I don't know. It doesn't seem like the iPhone 15 is going to do
The
that.
question when people say peaked, what do they mean by that? Is it like design? Is it like how it looks or functionality?
It almost seems as if there's no
Innovation.
huge increment.
Yeah, there isn't, and I don't think there will be for a while. I think the biggest thing Apple have done in the last year was the Vision Pro. Of course, that was huge. People equate that to when they first released the first iPhone in 2007. That's how people equate it. But in terms of smartphones, I don't think so.
Are
Like,
you getting the Vision Pro?
I'll get it to use now.
And then return it. And then return it.
3,500, I'll be 3,500. I'll use it. I'll see it. Or I can go to the Best Buy store and say, oh yeah, let me demo it there. And if I like it, why not? What I envision for Vision Pro. Hey, I'm quick with the words, bro. Is if I see it as it's going to replace laptops and computers, right? You turn it on and you can edit from the. That's how I see it anyway. Because if I can get a device where I can wear like it's Minority Report or it's Iron Man and I can just do everything from my fingertips and it's done the way I want it to be done. Yeah, I'll take it easily.
I don't think it's replacing.
I don't feel very comfortable.
Wait. I want to ask. No, since you don't seem very impressed by it.
What?
You just said, I don't think it replaces anything.
No, I like it. I like the idea of Vision Pro. I just don't think it's replacing anything.
Yeah, I don't think wearing the computer on your head is going to work.
That's the issue.
It's not going to work for that long.
That's the issue. It's too big for. Again, it's the same thing I say with AI. First generation of anything should not be. I don't think it should be scrutinized a lot. Allow it advance itself.
The thing that would really make a lot of sense is contact lenses that can broadcast.
Or
something that doesn't have.
Will you put the contact lens in your eyes though?
Why not?
Why not?
Really?
I don't understand.
Okay.
We are
probably
like,
when we are 50-ish.
No, bro, you think that's gonna happen at 50?
with screens that can display everything, that can read your. I say your
genetics or your vitals. I'm not there. I'm not there.
Please cut this.
I'm not
It
there.
can read your vitals and it display like information to you quickly. And just like
technically, that's what AI is going to now. I don't know. That's where we're going with AI. People say, AI is not going to take over. It's going to be. I think personally, AI is going to be a tool for moving forward. It's not going to be like, oh my God, AI is going to take over my computer. Nah, it's the same way with the internet, really. Nobody right now can do without the internet. Absolutely nobody. I remember when Bill Gates was on some show, I don't know if it was Letterman or whatever, and was talking about how the internet is going to revolutionize this. You can watch and listen to football matches there, and people were laughing at him.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember, people were laughing at him, and I think it's equally the same. People are laughing at, ChatGPT is not that smart. And to be fair, it does have a lot of inaccurate information. But again, when did it come out? Let me not be wrong.
It's been out for a while though.
Yeah,
There's been GPT for
a while, right? Yeah. But
they're improving.
It hasn't reached its intended place. Like Google's Bard, for example. Now people are laughing at that. I keep saying this. People are underestimating the amount of data Google have on the world. I don't think Microsoft might have gotten the partnership going on, but I think Google still will surpass GPT in its time.
Or maybe from
what?
I don't know. Can they buy something like that?
Buy? What do you mean buy?
Like buy ChatGPT or
not buy. I mean, talking about they will use whatever they have to advance it past ChatGPT again.
Or buy them and then be the only ones.
No more. Up to Microsoft are already there. So basically, Microsoft have they have a
head start.
They have a head start, a huge head start already. People are abusing Bard till today. That Bard is trash. While it may be trash, I feel in another 5-10 years it might be very different. The amount of data Google has on me right now is ridiculous. Everything is on Google. I'm sorry if today they steal my data, I'm finished though. My bank details are there. Okay, let me not talk shit.
What do you think about the Nigerian AI? The one that
please, can we move on, please?
Wow.
Which
the one that they just, and this was like 2 days ago or so.
Is it Telegram's AI? Because
I searched for it. So I searched for it
because different platforms have their own. For some reason, they have their own AI.
Okay,
I don't know why.
Nigerian AI.
Nigerians launch AI engine for cleaner environments.
Yeah. So I tried it on Telegram. That was just interesting.
Shout out to them, Sha. Like I always actually people that do work like this. Shout out to them fully.
Two Nigerians.
Yeah, Yewande and Fela.
What's the name? Shout out to
Pop Earth, man.
Shout out to Pop Earth. Shout out to Yewande,
And Fela.
Akinse, and Fela. How do you pronounce this? Akinse.
Akinse.
Anyway.
Cool. Made by Google in October.
Yeah, okay, Karen, let me know. So finish up first.
So October 4th.
Yeah.
New Pixel 8 Pro, Pixel Watch 2.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not. It looks like right now. It looks like I'm this.
Google.
I bet I'm not an ambassador. I beg.
But you're Team Pixel.
It's funny enough. Yes, I am Team Pixel. Yeah, but does it mean anything?
KJOS.
I have a Pixel 7 Pro.
Exactly.
That
I have a 7 Pro.
That I used for like 2 seconds, and I just kept it on my shelf.
Yeah.
Would you see yourself using a Pixel as your daily
I love
driver?
the Pixel. Like I love the picture. Like the first time I unboxed it and I used it, I was in love already.
So why did you drop it?
I was just not used to it.
Say the truth and shame.
I was
the
actually
devil.
just not used to it.
Really?
And we use a lot of phones now. Like I have to switch
I get you, sure.
multiple times. So
I use
but
the
if
Pixel
if
5.
I could use that, I would use the 7 Pro. Like the first picture I took, I loved it immediately.
Yeah,
just-
pictures on the
yeah.
Pixel are pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's not a hot take. I still feel this takes better pictures than any other smartphone till today.
This is the same color. This is the same one.
This is
7
7
Pro.
The 7 Pro.
Oh,
My
same
7 Pro is
color.
at home.
Oh,
Yeah. So it takes better pictures than the iPhone tilts. That's my opinion anyway.
yes.
The iPhone is pretty good, but again, for some reason, it darkens my skin. No idea why.
Same.
I've
actually.
tried.
We
Yeah.
did a video about
On the Pixel. Or
No,
the
on the
iPhone. Yeah. iPhone, yeah.
darkens.
I have no idea why, but Google Pixel 8 Pro October, just like the iPhone, I don't see what they're gonna do.
The size.
Google's problem
They
is
said that there might be a new Tensor G3 chip,
G3. The problem with
4,950 milliamp hour battery,
their problem has been hardware.
64 megapixels.
Yeah, but we all know they're good for cameras. We've known that from the Pixel 1, right? But hardware has always been their issue, right? Pixel 7 is great. The body design is great, but I don't know. It doesn't match up to an iPhone or S23 Ultra, Samsung S23 Ultra. Even the Nothing phone was good, but it's not even close.
So they had quality control issues with the Pixel because
and people also complain Tensor is not the best. I think they equate it to Snapdragon 866 or 65, like a very old chip. It has heating issues. It's not really the best for gaming. Over time, battery life has degraded. So I don't get good battery life on this anymore. Even on the 7 Pro that has a 5,000 milliamp hours of battery. I don't know what Google is going to do, but I shall use it because they'll send it to me and I go use it. And I'll say my honest opinion. So
yeah, I'm glad that they brought back the Pixel 5 size. I think that a lot of flagship phones are missing, out on that market. It's not like it's a big market, but they're missing out on that market of people who like very compact phones.
yeah.
And then for the Tensor chipset, a lot of people are, well, I would say maybe a little bit, the people who are not fans but would consider using a Pixel if they were using a Snapdragon chipset are a little bit upset that they went the way of the Tensor G, and especially the fact that Samsung is behind it. So it's like they don't want to buy Samsung, so why would they buy Pixel?
That's a very good. Fair enough. I don't know, man. It's. I don't know. Google have a long way to go, Sha. They're good with cameras, but apart from that, I don't think they're doing anything special, in my opinion. Also, I forgot to say, their software. Sorry, I forgot to say. Yeah. Android 13 or Android 14 Material U, the AI softwares on Google is still, nobody can still beat it. Again, I think you've used some of them before.
Google is Android.
Exactly. The recorder app, Magic Eraser. They're even doing, what's the new one? Magic whatever. Is it Magic Audio? Yeah, they call it Magic Audio, which is, I don't know how they are doing that.
It's mind-blowing.
I don't know how they're doing it though, but that is
Yeah.
bloody mind-blowing for the fact that you can just denoise a particular place or add
Yeah, I think moving from Pixel, you definitely miss a lot of things moving from Pixel to any other Android phone because some things just don't work as seamlessly or they don't even work at all. The features are not even available.
Plus, Material U is the UI is so much. Okay, I don't want to compare, but I think this, for me anyway, Material U has the better UI user experience. It's just easier. It looks better, in my opinion, anyway.
What do you think the pricing would be? You're saying it would be the same as
last year. So that's $599 and $899 if I remember.
$799.
Was it
$799?
Was it? $800, but I hope it's not the same because you're not giving any favors to the Pro, right? The difference between the 8. Let's use the 7 now. The 8 isn't out. The difference between the 7 and the 7 Pro were battery life and telephoto camera and the height difference. That was it. Huh? Yeah.
The curved display.
Is that really enough to spend $300 more? Or you buy the Pixel 7 that is $599 and gives you all those things, but apart from the telephoto lens, which most people are not going to use, and a bigger screen, which for me, I like a compact screen instead. Then battery life, I do. I'm using the 14 Pro. I don't like doing that Pro Max thing everybody's doing. I hate big phones. Hence why I dropped the Pixel 7 Pro, for example. It's why I don't like using the Nothing Phone 2 for too long. Why you spend money on phone, you use penny in your hand. Why?
Oh, but there are lots of people love the big.
They do. And shout out to them. Shout out to you. I do use a Pro Max. Shout out to everybody using a Pro Max. But for me, I'm not. Yeah, that's why I don't want. That's why I feel. I think they need to. I don't know how they're going to do it, Sha. Maybe reduce the price for the. I don't know how they're going. I don't know what they're going to do. But pricing is the difference. The $300 difference is not enough for a lot of people to either buy the Pro when they can easily just get the 7 and get the same experience. Unless you want a bigger phone, yeah, cool. But if you don't want a bigger phone, and again, $300 is a lot of money.
Is it 300 or 200? Let me just confirm. The pricing is.
I swear this thing is $899. I swear to God.
Yeah, $899 and
$599 and $899.
Is it $599? $599. Yeah, $599 and $899.
I swear.
$300 difference with no storage.
Yeah, it's now even $720.
It's reduced in price. Obviously, it's reduced in price.
I think it's better to get the vanilla version.
At $849 actually. I remember because I bought it immediately and then the price dropped. And I was so pissed
off. I always say that thing too. Don't rush to get it. If you're not reviewing or anything, don't rush. Just wait. Wait till like November, Black Friday. You'll get it cheaper.
I feel like Google will fix up this year.
Which is another issue I have with Google. Why are you releasing your phone?
Over $100 drop.
Yeah. Why are you releasing your phone a month before Black Friday? Why?
To match Apple.
People just wait. That's all they need to do. Wait and just get it cheaper. At least Apple is
maybe it's a strategy to get the early adopters and then to reduce the price to the original price that they planned for Black Friday.
Maybe. Sure.
At least it's not like Samsung that the price can reduce by half or something.
I don't know.
Apple never does that.
Apple never reduces that price.
Even their certified refurbished,
it's still kind of expensive. You have to get it off like Amazon to get like a decent price for an Apple product.
There was this rumor that was going around about ASUS shutting down their Zenfone line, and then they came out to make a statement that we have not shut anything down.
I always of the opinion, Sha, that they did that P to just kind of gauge how everybody's reaction will be. So when some people were like kind of sad or like, no, it's not true that we are still going to do this. I don't
think they want to do that. That's too much.
So I feel like a lot of people who buy compact phones or people who love compact phones are very sentimental. So if they did that intentionally just to gauge, I feel like it would make sense. For instance, I bought the iPhone 13 mini like after the 14 came out because I just had to have the phone in my hand and I use it all the time when I'm like relaxing or doing anything and I don't want to use my Android phone. And for me, if it was 3 years ago, I would have still bought it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter what year it came out. It's like the smallest iPhone that I could buy that, swipes up because I can't buy the SE. That's just a ripoff. Yes.
Have you used the Zenfone before? Anyone at all? I really want to, but it's very hard to. The shipping cost is ridiculous. The shipping cost is ridiculous.
It's also hard to justify the price.
It's cheap
compared to Samsung.
Look, it's not cheap, but how much is it again? It's like $5 something.
Expensive.
What's your favorite device
right now
of 2023 so far?
It's definitely not the Fold. So I'm sorry if people are saying it's not Fold for me. It's 2023, right? It doesn't have to be phones, does it? That's a very good question. Eric can answer while I think.
It has to be my own phone. because
Wait, this phone.
it's my favorite for certain reasons.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that coming from an iPhone where nobody asks me anything about my phone like any random day, then switching over to the Flip where I'm just like randomly buying stuff at the restaurant and then somebody asks me, what phone is that? I went to, I cannot even tell you guys where I went, but like I was at the reception area and the person was, having like a hectic day and they paused their hectic day just to ask like, what phone is this? Like, it's like, wow, it was that, like they were that curious about it.
So it's your favorite phone because
I think it attracts a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So if I want people to see my face, all I have to do is just swing the phone around my face and do this. That's pretty much it.
this guy is such a diva. God, Eric is such a diva. I say I have to spin it around my face.
I mean, I literally watch people's eyes move and it feels like mind control. I'm controlling
What
them
a
to do
guy!
whatever.
What a guy! Wow.
But yeah, I love the experience of being able to have a conversation starter in a phone. Yeah.
I can't think of my favorite. Okay, it doesn't have to be new, Abby.
2023.
It has to be 20. Crap. I can say my Pixel Watch actually. This is one thing I actually never forget to wear or charge. I use it every day, and it comes. I have like 2-3 different bands, so I use it every day. Battery life is pretty good. It's not the best 2-day battery life. Some days a day and a half, depends on my workout and stuff. So I can say the Pixel Watch. Wow, I actually said that. Wow, I never thought I'd actually say that.
Something I really like
at
too
God.
is my robot vacuum cleaner. I put that thing to work. It works like a slave.
What brand?
Let's see. Wait, what did you just say? What did you just say? It works like so. If AI people are watching 20 years from now, or whenever, and you've taken over, you already know who to go and meet.
I put that thing to work. Like I make it clean like 5 times over just because I'm just like,
What's because it can?
Just it's crazy. Like everyone should have a robot vacuum cleaner. Even if you have a dry cleaner, even if you have like a
Regular vacuum.
not a regular vacuum, you have someone coming over to clean your house. You should just like always use it because it makes your house stay cleaner for longer. So yeah, and I go crazy. I let it die. I let the battery
What
die
brand?
from start to finish. It's like a cheap brand on AliExpress.
Word? And it works?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was about 50 something USD.
Is a lie.
Yeah, cheap.
Good value for money, I guess.
Very good value for money. My daily driver.
So, what's your daily driver? I know you mentioned iPhone 14.
Are we we're recording? I had my nothing phone, so maybe I should have brought that one. I don't know.
You can mention.
So my daily driver it changes because of our nature of our jobs. But for now, I'm using the iPhone 14 Pro because the Pro Max is unnecessary. And sorry if you're using a big phone, and I'm using a Google Pixel 7. I also started using the Nothing Phone 2, which is pretty good. But if you get over the whole glyph interface thing, there's really nothing there. You see, oh my God, I'm spitting game and I don't even know I'm spitting game. Oh God, give me my props, brother. I'm spitting game. Like, what are you telling me, fam? Anyway, yeah, there was really nothing. Oh my days. But yeah, the phone is I think it's pretty mid in my opinion. You get over the glyph interface, you get over the themes are pretty good. Those are the 2 key factors for me. But after those 2 things, there's really nothing there.
I'm still using the same daily driver as the last time. The Oppo Find N2 Flip and
Shout out to Oppo, Sha.
yeah, and the iPhone 13 mini.
But you have the Pro Max.
This one is for when I want to record videos because of the storage. But the 13 mini is my secondary phone, I would say. Yeah.
God, when somebody's using phone just to record. Anyway, it's as well. Nigerians are looking at you and they want to kill you.
How so?
Just using phone just to record. Now you know. Anyway.
So, tech tip of the day.
Tech tip. Okay, so the one that comes to my head is because a lot of people have been complaining about it. I did a video on this phone 3 weeks ago.
Which one?
The 14 Pro. Like 1 year later, should you buy this or 15 Pro, right? And I said my battery life, the capacity was 100%. A lot of people said I was lying. And I just read, and I asked a lot of them, okay, what is your charging habit? A lot of people use I think we've all said it before. They use their phones while they're charging. They use their phone with a case. They use chargers that are not the ones given by
original.
Apple. So my tech tip today is about charging. Even though, to be fair, I don't know, maybe it's the Apple P. Even though my battery capacity has reduced to 98, it's no coincidence because 15 Pro is out. Apple, I see you. But I will say, if you have a phone, iPhone, whatever, please do not use a charger that is not given by the company. If you are charging your phone, please remove it from your case. That's what I do every single time, and I believe my battery life has been pretty good. Still gets 6, 7, maybe even 8 hours of screen time on a daily basis, and it has worked for me all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my little tech tip. What about you? You have girls on another one?
Mine would definitely be a replacement for GB WhatsApp because GB WhatsApp can get your WhatsApp banned. So instead of using GB WhatsApp, just go into your settings, type history, and click on notification history and turn it on so that even when someone deletes a message, you still see it in your notification history. Yeah, it works on Oppo, it works on some other phones. If your phone is fake, it won't work. So test it out on your Android phone.
Isn't GB WhatsApp a scam kind of?
Is it right? I'm just like,
I was like, huh?
Isn't it a what?
Isn't it like it's one of those apps that the main WhatsApp do not approve of?
yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that people shouldn't use GB WhatsApp.
Why do people even
if they
use
want
it
to
in the
read
first
messages?
Because
and
it's
stuff like
I don't know, because apparently if you delete something they can still see what you deleted, stuff like that. Seems very
How is that useful?
I think ask him.
that. See,
There are many apps like that. Spotify has like a Spotify plus where you can get, you don't have to pay. YouTube Music has a plus thing too where you don't have to pay. So all these apps come out where you don't need to. It's not.
I feel like there's something shady going
It's
on.
it's something shady about it.
There are a lot of bad actors that don't like to pay for stuff that should
No,
not
not
be
even
free.
Not even the pay,
user end.
the-
I'm saying the people that make
Yeah.
the thing are probably stealing something from you.
And you just
There's
don't
a reason
know.
why it is free.
That's another concern. Privacy
Maybe they have
too.
all your contact
Privacy
information.
too. Yeah, you should be worried if you're using
'Cause
GB WhatsApp actually.
Your
But
WhatsApp is
but the
on
funny
another-
part is that people that are using GB WhatsApp, they're just so badly behaved and they don't really care so
Yeah.
much.
The people that use GB WhatsApp are very.
They probably deserve WhatsApp.
Break up if your boyfriend or girlfriend is using GB WhatsApp.
It's
Break
very-
up.
And with that, we've come to the end of this episode of the First Draft Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the actual First Draft Podcast channel in the description below for the quiz that we're going to be doing. So we're going to be asking them some questions and we'll see which one of them.
By the way,
Which one of them savvy?
I don't want to be embarrassed, so Fisayo, please. I hope these questions are
Yeah,
easy, not easy, but answerable. If that makes sense.
yeah.
They are.
They are.
We'll see now.
They're easy.
That is so. We'll be here.